A client recently told me a story about his building that immediately struck me as the perfect metaphor for chronic pain. So one day a tenant smelled gas and reported it to the building management, and management called the fire department. And as a precaution, they shut off the gas lines, not just in the tenant's apartment, but the entire building. Then neighboring buildings. Repairs began, extensive, disruptive. But no one ever confirmed whether there had been a gas leak in the first place. And that is how chronic pain so often works in the body. One tiny warning signal from a nociceptive nerve ending, think of it as the tenant who smells the gas, right, gets sent to the brain, the fire department. Wanting to avoid disaster, the brain interprets this as a potential threat, sends out pain signals, effectively sounding the alarm. Houston, we have a problem, all hands on deck. And the logic is evolutionary. It's better safe than sorry. Better to temporarily overreact than to risk something catastrophic. Pain is the alarm system that helps keep us from harm. But here's the catch. The longer the brain defaults to alarm mode, the more sensitive and reactive it becomes. And just like the response to a potential gas leak, the repairs can go on indefinitely, even if there's nothing wrong. That is why pain often persists long after an injury has healed. The brain has learned to associate certain movements or sensations with danger, and it continues sounding the alarm. Over time, it takes less stimuli to trigger pain. For example, at first your knee pain might stop you from running, but over time, it hurts to climb stairs and then even to walk. Eventually, it may hurt just to stand. And if left untreated, simply thinking about standing up can evoke pain. The pain threshold becomes so diminished that even a minor stimulus can trigger major pain. The nervous system becomes overprotective, erring on the side of caution. And when this happens, our pain response is dysfunctional, and rather than protecting us from harm, it impedes our everyday lives. What began as a pain sensation is now negatively impacting our ability to function physically, mentally, and emotionally. Of course, not all chronic pain can be attributed to an alarm system gone rogue. Sometimes there's a sneaky tissue issue, a damage that goes undetected by doctors and scans, chronic inflammation, there can be nerve damage, autoimmune disorders, or lingering post-surgical complications. But these tend to be the exceptions. More often, chronic pain stems from an overactive nervous system that needs help settling down. So what can we do about it? We cannot override the brain's survival instincts, which is a good thing, but we can influence the brain away from dysfunctional pain patterning by retraining the system. Thanks to neuroplasticity, that's the brain's ability to adapt and form new pathways, we can teach the nervous system to respond differently to stimuli that are habitually perceived as threatening. For example, standing or walking for the person with the knee pain. We begin to introduce the offending sensations or movements as safe, similar to exposure therapy for someone with a phobia. It's like forming any new habit. Consistent repetition creates gradual change. This is where massage therapy truly shines. Through safe, nurturing touch, we feed the brain feel-good signals, calm, comfort, confidence. We help guide the nervous system away from the alarm mode and toward trust. A skilled massage therapist is not just a body worker, but a coach and a guide through this process. There are other ways to help your brain learn safety. Those include gentle movement and exercise. Even if it feels stiff or uncomfortable, you're teaching your brain that it's safe to move. And note, this only works if you avoid causing actual pain. For example, anything that's sharp or shooting or grimace-worthy. Another way is breathing practices, meditation. Mindfulness and body awareness. A good one is novel and pleasant experiences, pleasant sensory experiences. You can check out my article. I'll link to it below. It's called Surprise Your Brain to Ease Pain, Brain-Based Strategies for Lasting Relief. Very cool. And even learning about the nature of pain, as you're doing right now, can help diminish the pain. Go ahead and check out more on my YouTube channel. I've got a library of self-massage, meditation, breathwork, stretching, educational videos designed to support you on this very journey. The more you understand your pain, the safer you feel. And the safer you feel, the quieter the alarm becomes. So here's to fewer gas leaks and more freedom.